Hey everyone, so it's time for another day in the garden. I'm actually trying to figure out if it's officially sweater weather here. It's kind of that time of the year where it's super cold in the morning and then it's like 75 during the afternoon, but it's a sweater for now. So I have a few things I need to do today. There are radishes that are ready to harvest. I need to check on some of my beet seedlings, and then I'm gonna repot a few herbs as well. I'm repotting the herbs that I'm planning to bring inside for the winter. And like usual, I'm sure I'll find a bunch of different stuff to do along the way. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the bed of radishes here, and if we look closely, there are definitely some, like this one and this one here, that are ready to harvest. So you can, this is gonna depend on the size of the radish at maturity, but I'd say typically when they're about an inch across or they're almost completely popping out of the soil, that means that they are ready to harvest. So just pull that one out. That's a nice round one. And then this one here too, looking pretty good. These are the amount of radishes I ended up harvesting that looked about ready. These three are nice and round, and then I have a bunch that I don't think had enough room to grow out, so they started to grow more down. There's still some more radishes left in the bed that I'll harvest when they're ready. I also purposely harvested two peppers. This one the branch had broken off of, so it got harvested as well. But since we're getting into cooler temperatures, I don't know how much longer I have of harvesting peppers. And I've changed into a t-shirt because it was already too hot now with the sweater. So next what I'm gonna do is repot some herbs. So basically I'm repotting my rosemary and my thyme because I'm gonna bring them inside for the winter. And well, I normally wouldn't repot them right now, they're near the end of the growing season, but a few things. One, I think these white pots are just too small for herbs anyway, so I probably won't be growing herbs in them going forward. And I just want to give them a little bit more of a sturdier pot for moving them around. So I'm gonna get these two out of the small plastic white containers and into these two terracotta pots. So here are the freshly repotted herbs and the mess I made, because I am not and never will be a clean potter of plants. But I think they'll both be really happy because they were both pretty root bound in their original containers, so they're gonna stay outside for now, but once it's cold enough to bring them inside, I will do that, and I'll take you along with me and kind of show you how I overwinter my herbs. So next I need to deal with some floppy beet seedlings, and I think my issue was, after talking to some people, that I didn't sow them deeply enough. They should be sown about an inch deep, and if I remember correctly, I was planting these when there was a storm coming, so I was trying to get them into the dirt as quickly as possible. So I think that might be the reason why they're floppy, but I'm going to try to save them and make sure that they grow upright. So let's go do that next. So here are my floppy beet seedlings. I've already thinned them, so my plan is to just kind of mound up some soil around the seedlings themselves, keep them a bit more upright, and hopefully they will form beets that I can eat. So we'll see. So I think they look a little bit better now than they did before. They're definitely more upright. So yeah, this was recommended to me by another fellow gardener to try, so hopefully this will work. So I've also decided to add 2 more mums to my center bed, and I will show you why. So coming over here, I just added these 4 mums recently, so that there's just some more color back here. And then in the 4 corners, I have some broccoli seeds. Now, right now, this seedling is getting full sun, but because we have such tall zinnias in here, they block the sun for half the day until the sun's over this direction. So I have 1 here, and then coming in the front here, what's interesting is these are shaded even more because I put these plants around them because I cannot stand empty space apparently. But these are actually larger than the ones in the back that don't have the plants surrounding it, but still they don't get as much light. So they've definitely been growing slower than broccoli normally would if I had it in like its own container and in 100% full sun. So they're still growing, just growing very slowly. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen with these. So my solution to them having too many plants surrounding them and not getting enough sun is to add even more plants. So I think what I'm going to do is put those mums maybe on like the sides here or next to those. I'm not sure exactly, but let me go play around and then figure out where exactly I'm going to plant these in this bed. Okay, so I think I am just going to put them on either side of the 4 that I already have. This broccoli seed is still getting the same amount of sun. This one over here, am I sabotaging it? Probably, but that's okay. I was mostly growing the broccoli for the look of it and not necessarily to eat it. I'm kind of at the end of the garden season where it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna do whatever, and whatever happens is fine with me. So let's go ahead and get these planted. Ooh, look at how root bound these are. Definitely gonna have to break this root ball up. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see if this one is any better or worse. I think I can tell it's going to be about the same based on the roots already growing out of the bottom of the container. Yep, looks pretty bad. So hopefully these will be a little happier in my garden bed here than they are in that container. Okay, they're now planted, and they are a little bit shorter than the ones that have blooms on them, so there's a bit more sun getting to those. But overall, I just like the extra color that I have going on in the back here. So I think that's everything I'm going to do in the garden for today. I definitely have less and less to do each time I come out here as the growing season is slowly winding down. But the garden is still looking pretty good, so before I officially say goodbye, I'll just quickly show you how things are looking, especially my zinnias are looking really pretty right now. So here's how the garden looks as we are in early fall. Zinnias still going strong, still have a bunch of color, and everything else that I have still looks pretty good. Now I'll officially say goodbye to you, so thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.